how to get a medium length layered haircut for easy styling, right? So a lot of you are really into longer hair, especially in 2025. You're growing your hair out. You want that perfect flow. I've done loads and loads of haircut tutorials for this haircut. But if you want something that's going to be easy to style, that's the first thing, something easy to style. There's a handful of things that I want to go over. Firstly is if you want a medium length haircut like this, you have to keep in mind that anytime the hair is longer, you're going to have more challenges with it as far as keeping it more neat looking, right? If this is something to where, you don't want to have messy hair, you don't want to wake up with crazy bedhead, your hair sticking out, you could literally wake up with hair like this long, you're going to wake up like this. How often do you wake up looking like this, right? If your hair is this long or kind of like bedhead like that. The longer your hair is, the higher the chances of you waking up like this. And I don't suggest going to bed with your hair soaking wet because that's not going to be good for your hair. You may actually lose more hair by doing that because when the hair is damp or wet, it's at its most fragile state, which means that your hair could break easier, especially if you're having dreams about my haircut tutorials and you're tossing and turning. No, but anyway, so just keep that in mind. The longer, more hair, more problems. You know what I mean? So if you have your hair longer, be ready for that. Now, if you don't care about that and you're committed to keeping your hair a longer length and you want to maintain it, you have no problem putting the work in the morning, well, the next thing is to making sure that's easy is you have the right layers in your haircut. You have the right shape. A lot of times in my experience, I've seen that the worse the haircut, AKA a bad butcher job, a crime scene on your head, the harder it is for you to style your hair. It may not even be your hair is the issue. It literally could be that the haircut is just bad. It's not layered properly. So in order to have the right haircut, and you can even check this yourself, I'm going to use my anti-static vent brush, which you can get at shop.thesalonguy.com, and I'm just going to be combing through this. The hair already had like previous product in it, and so there may be some knots I need to get through, but you can see this gets right through the hair with getting rid of the knots very easily. What you want to do, and you can do this, it's kind of like a self-diagnosis, is comb the hair up like this. And when you comb the hair up, you're going to be checking to see, and you can see even right here, that it's uneven Steven. Now, this mannequin has been sitting around, this could have been a previous, I have no idea. But let's just say that you comb this up, and all of a sudden you see this part of the hair really, really short and this part really long, and something is not right. Well, guess what? That part of the haircut, now it's even Steven. And that part of the haircut could have been the one issue that was not making your hair lay properly. It could have been too heavy. Something could have been going on wrong with it. And if you start to do this throughout the entire top of the head, and all of a sudden you see, oh my gosh, the entire top of my head was cut unevenly, and look how perfectly even that is now. Well, duh, that was what was causing the problems. And then to take it from there, not only is it the top of the head, but it could be throughout the sides. And I talk about this in a lot of my videos is haircut shapes. Haircut shapes are really important. I created downloadable PDF ebooks that are only $10 each. One for women's hair, how to understand haircut shapes. One for men's hair, haircut shapes, and the best haircuts and face shapes for them. So if you comb your hair out and you see, well, you know what, my hair lays very flat in the corner. Well, guess what? This is the corner of your head. Hello, corner, nice to meet you. You get rid of that corner, and then all of a sudden now, look what happens. Boom, just instantly I've created a fuller, rounder shape right in through here because of creating volume and the proper haircut shape, which is round. Now, if you feel like your hair is too full and you're like, oh, it's so full and poofy, well, guess what? If you see that the hair is cut in the corners and you're like, you know what, the guy or the woman who cuts my hair, they always cut this part off, you may need more of a square shape to where this part right here comes a bit longer and lays down, because if you have a square shape, this part will come all the way out to here and then weigh this down so it lays closer and flatter to the head. You may need a whole new shape of a haircut shape on your head, and that could be why it's not easy to style. 90% of the time, it's going to be the haircut that you have and the way it's connected and blended. So again, another self-diagnosis you can do is where you take the hair, and I call this the mohawk section right here, and you basically comb this not straight up, because hair doesn't grow straight up from the front. It grows out like this. It grows out from the head. So if you comb this out and then you see certain parts that need to be cut, even if it's a little bit like that, that one little piece, well, guess what? Now, look at how beautiful that flows. You can then do this entire technique throughout the top of the head. And if you start to see pieces, like right there, you see it's not really connected properly, well, boom, we just made that even Steven. And then now this whole section and this whole shape right here has a much better flow to it. So once again, it really comes down to the haircut itself. When it comes to styling and things like that, having the haircut, the proper layered haircut, especially on medium length hair, and yes, can this be longer? Of course it can be. You know, a medium length starts around right here, because this is definitely not short for some people. If you're getting like a buzz cut, this is long for your hair, okay? But if you are looking to maintain something like this in an easy way, the next thing is really understanding how to style it properly. Now, I have loads of tools, I have loads of products, I have a blow dryer, brushes, a full range of products you can use to get your hair to look better. So when it comes to products, my 25 spray is an ideal spray for your base foundational spray. Spray it in when the hair is damp, especially if you have dry hair, if you have frizzy hair, and they're unisex products. I know a lot of men watch my videos, but these products are unisex. Anyone can use them. So if you have dry hair, damaged hair, it doesn't look healthy, then you can utilize that, right? You can utilize, oh, I saw a gnat flying around. You can utilize that product, and it helps to create a softer look and healthier look for your hair. The next thing is maybe you need Tidal Wave, my sea salt spray. Maybe you need a diffuser with my blow dryer when you're blow drying it and you have to scrunch it. So the scrunching is really going to help as well. So all of the tools that you're using could be important for, sorry, I'm trying to get this stupid thing. I hate gnats. And where my studio is, it's above 2 places that serve food. And gnats and all sorts of crap, it's starting to warm up here. They love to try to fly in the restaurant, and they seem to creep up into my studio, and I hate bugs or gnats. So if I see one coming at me kamikaze style, I'm going to try to squash that thing. But anyway, you need the right tools and the right techniques to blow dry your hair. And then the next part of this is you don't have to wash your hair every single day, all right? Let's just say you like the way your hair looks, and you're like, you know what? I slept on this, it's not greasy, doesn't smell, it's not oily. Don't wash your hair. And don't even put water in it. Don't even put water, just let it be. If you need anything, maybe spray some Tidal Wave in to soak up those oils. It acts almost like a dry shampoo. Maybe just tousle it a little bit, and there you go. You don't have to wash your hair every single day. So if you're looking for that perfect, you know, medium length layered hairstyle like you see in a lot of my videos, make sure you are getting the right haircut. Make sure you are using the right products. Make sure you're using the right tools and techniques. Again, if you want to have a longer version of this, then fine. The layers all depend on the outcome. Now, if you're getting your layers cut too short, again, this goes back to the haircut. If you don't have the right length and balance for your haircut, well, guess what? It's then going to create some issues, because if this part here is too short, and maybe this is really, really long in here, it's not balanced properly. An easy haircut equals easy styling. It's going to fall right into place. You have to make sure you find someone, especially if you're wearing your hair medium length. This is not walk into some random barber shop who does skin fades all day. or don't walk into some random chain salon where they spend 15 minutes. This is a, what I call big job haircut. You need to spend a little more money and find someone who understands longer shapes on men's haircuts. I'm seeing them more and more, thank God, on social media of barbers and people cutting hair with longer men's hairstyles. I'm so happy to be discovering hairstylists, or I guess barbers, doing these types of haircuts, because instead of the usual mid-drop fades and all the skin fades you see 96 times a day from the same people, that's great. No one's showing these types of haircuts because they don't do them. So you need to find someone who does these types of haircuts so that you can get the look that's going to be best for you, so you can easily style your hair. So if you want to purchase any of my downloadable PDF books right here, just after you purchase it, just give it a second because it has to process. It's a somewhat larger file because of the high resolution of it. And then wait a sec, and then you can download it from the store. All right? So if you want to purchase any of my products, you can go to shop.thesalonguy.com. Let me know if you found this video helpful. Are you getting good haircuts? Have you had a butcher job? I'd love to see some comments from you all, and I appreciate all the support. And thank you to everyone who's noticing me going kind of back to my roots of old school videos of how I used to just post tutorials. That's basically what I'm doing. So if you enjoy it, let me know. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.